All right, what's up, y'all? Let's talk about muscular stimulation. Now, better yet, we're going to talk about muscular stimulation, but let's take it back a step. Let's talk about what really builds muscle, or what really encourages muscle growth, right? Because now muscle does not grow in the gym. It does not grow during training. It grows during rest, during recovery, right? But we want to talk about what is the catalyst for that growth, the most effective catalyst for that growth. A lot of people think, oh, you got to lift real heavy. Some people say, oh, you got to do more reps. Some people say cables work best and dumbbells work best. You got to use barbells. You got to do complex movements, the triple extension. Everybody got all these complicated answers, right? But let's simplify it, because this is what I like to do. Take this big jumble of ideas, it's all complex and stuff and confusing, and simplify it. So here's the simplified answer, right? The number one catalyst for muscle growth is contraction, muscular stimulation, right? And now in regards to that contraction, in order to get that maximum, that peak contraction, you got to develop a mind-muscle connection, right? So now your mind and body have to be synchronized, right? You have to have an optimized relationship between the mind and whatever muscle you're working, right? So if you are, pushing, hitting chest or whatever like that, or you're pulling, you're hitting back, you should be feeling those muscles you're targeting. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this in the first place is because there's a lot of information out there in the fitness industry where people tell you all kind of complicated stuff because they're trying to sell you stuff. I want to make it a little bit more interesting and give you something for free that you can use today, right now, valuable information right now, today, okay? Now, most people, what I notice is in my years of coaching, you can ask anybody in the gym. You say, hey, that exercise you're doing, what muscles do you feel working the most? A lot of people say, I don't really know. And they got to stop and really think about it. So it's like, okay, well, you were just doing an exercise. You don't really know what muscles you're feeling in that exercise. So what are you really trying to do with that exercise, right? And so we got to simplify it. We got to create some context of what the goal is. We got to make things a little bit more clearer, right? Instead of focusing on the joint action or what the overall exercise should look like, focus on what muscles should be contracting. Focus on what muscles you should be feeling, right? If you're doing squats, in that bottom position, you should be feeling your glutes working when you stand up. You should be feeling your hamstrings working when you stand up. Now, for a lot of people, when they squat, they only feel their quadriceps, right? The muscle on the front of the thighs. And so now if you only feel like one muscle working while you're doing squats, that means that there are some muscles that are just dormant. They're not really working. And so it would be a wise idea to take time out and start contracting and working on building a mind-muscle connection with those muscles that you're not really feeling within that exercise, right? So before you start doing the squats, you may need to focus on doing hamstring curls or kickbacks or hip bridges, right? It's just an example. And you can apply that to pretty much anything, whether it be a bench press or a row, whatever the case is, right? Or overhead press, anything like that. Focus on the contraction of whatever muscle you're targeting, right? So before you do anything, right, as far as muscle building, whatever muscles you choose, and I need you to choose what muscles or muscle groups you're going to target. So if you're a dude, you want to get wide lats and broad shoulders, I need you to target your lats. I need you to target your shoulders. All right, I need you to do it with intent. Ladies, if you're trying to build a big butt, you're trying to have some nice shapely hamstrings, and you don't want to grow your quads all crazy, right? You don't want to have some big dookie quads. You want to have a balanced physique, a feminine look. And all you're doing when you're squatting and lunging and stuff, you're just feeling your quads. I need you to take a step back and target the muscles that you want to grow. Okay? That's all I'm asking. Target the muscles that you want to go, you want to grow. Target them and make sure that you are developing that mind-muscle connection. That's my point for today. That is the end of this video. Thank you for your time, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, y'all.